check in with how you're feeling. So it's really important for us to just start in this neutral position. So sometimes we start seated, sometimes in supine, lying down. And I just want you to become aware of yourself, become aware of your body, become aware of your breath, and also just notice that emotional well-being. Notice how you're feeling as you lie here. There's no need to change anything, just notice what's going on in the body. Your body and the breath. And just that natural breath, inviting that breath in. Feel free to close your eyes here briefly. Taking that deep breath in. And allowing that breath to empty out through the body. Lovely. From here, just reaching one arm up above the head and the other arm. So we're taking a full body stretch now. So just allow yourself again to settle into this pose. So the feet are soft, the hands are soft. You can have a slight bend in the elbows. Just notice how this feels. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. As you inhale now, I want you to lengthen through the whole body. So you start to reach with your hands, reach for your toes, either by pointing your toes or flexing through your toes and pushing through the heels. Just reach, reach, reach. And then on an exhale, soften everything. And again, inhale, take that length, reaching through. Exhale, soften. One more, inhale. Exhale, soften. Lovely. Allow your hands, if you have space, allow your hands to create that circle like you've got wings, bringing your hands all the way back down your side. If not, you can just lift them up and back down. From here, you're going to bend the knees, gently bringing your feet to the floor. Allow yourself to feel your back on the ground. So I want you to exhale, start to tilt your pelvis up slightly so you can feel your lower back on the floor. So find that connection here. Relax it through the shoulders. From here, just allow your hands to rest on the top of your thighs. You can keep your eyes closed if you want to. I'll guide you with my voice. You're going to gently tuck the chin just so you have that length through the spine. Inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to allow your hands to just trace up towards your knees as your shoulders and head start to lift off the floor. Just go as far as you can go, it doesn't matter if you only lift an inch off, and then exhale, you're going to come all the way back down. Sorry, inhale again here, exhale to lift. Inhale, coming back down. Just keep that going with your breath. Exhale, we lift, crunching through this front body, and exhale, or inhale, sorry, lowering back down. So we're inhale, creating this length. Exhale, rounding through. Try and keep your gaze up towards the ceiling so you're not crunching through the neck. And just keep that move going. Mindful movement here, so we're not pushing it. Just getting a little bit of a stretch, strengthening through the core. Breathing in to lengthen. Exhale, drawing navel back towards the spine. One more. Exhale, everything. Relax everything. Relax the shoulders. Relax the legs. Wiggle the toes. So just allow a little bit of movement here in the body. You can rock the knees from left to right. So I really want you to Sounds silly, but feel part of your body, okay? Quite often we'll go through these poses, but we just really need to have that awareness. How does it feel? How does it feel to move these different parts? From here, we're going to take the back the other way. So we've had this rolling through the spine. We're now going to come into a gentle back bend. So bringing your hands down by the floor, so by your sides, palms facing down. Again, just tuck the chin slightly so you have that length. From here, you're going to exhale, round down through your lower back. So your lower back has that contact, pelvic tilts up, or your pelvis. And then on your next inhale, from that position, that foundation, you're going to start to lift the hips. Inhaling here, exhaling to release back down. Allow that natural roll through the spine. Exhale, so releasing lower back down. Inhale, lifting up. Just keep that movement going through. Moving with the breath, you don't have to lift too far. And now we're going to add on. So from here, the next time we inhale, we're going to lift the arms up. Just bring the hands towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands come back down. Inhale, lifting up, hands come up. Exhale, hand comes down. One more. Inhale, rounding through the spine, lifting up. Exhale, hands come back down. This time we're going to take the arms all the way behind the head. So inhale, lifting hips, lifting arms. Arms come back. You can have a slight bend in the elbows if you need to. Maybe you're reaching behind you. On an exhale, bring your hands back. And then when they come in line with the hips, then lower the hips back down. Just strengthening here. Allow that lower back to have that contact. And then inhale, lifting up. Taking the arms all the way back. Exhale, lowering back down. One more of these. Inhale to lift. Take those arms all the way. And here we're going to pause. So rooting down through the feet. Chin comes towards chest. And just start to open the chest and the chin gently up towards the ceiling. Pushing through the feet. Navel draws in. Imagine you're trying to push your shins towards the front of the mat. Exhale, hands come back down in line with the hips, then lower the hips all the way back down towards the earth. When you arrive, gently bringing left knee in, and then the right knee in, Uttanasana, coming into a gentle little movement here through the spine. So we're just gently rocking side to side, left to right, just getting that movement through. So again, we took the spine one way, and we're now taking it the other way. So you can really hug the legs in. You can start to create some circles here, pushing the knees away, and then drawing the knees back in. Just some gentle movements. And then from here, bringing the knees in, you're then going to allow the knees to just fall towards the right side. You can decide to move the knees further away from you if you want to. And just see if your knees can come to relax on the floor. If you need a bit more space, allow the knees to be further away from the body, coming into a supine twist. But we're going to just get some movement in here through the shoulder. So allow your hands to go left to right, palms facing up. Arms are at shoulder height. You're then going to bring your left hand all the way over towards your right hand, so it touches that right hand. Inhale, open up. Left hand comes towards left side, gaze comes towards the left side. On an exhale, you're going to bring the hand all the way back to the right hand. Inhale, open up. Exhale, coming back. This time, inhale, open up, stay here, pause here. Find a little bit of softness through the shoulders. Maybe close your eyes. Soften here. Inhale, taking another breath, gazing up towards the ceiling. Tap into your core so you can lift your knees, rolling back, hug your hands around your knees. Give your knees a little bit of a hug, and then again, allowing the knees to drop away and towards the left side. As the knees arrive on the left, open up through the arms again. This time, your right hand's going to come all the way over to your left hand. You're then going to inhale, open up through the shoulders. Take that stretch. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, coming back through. Last time, inhale, full expression here. Allow that arm to arrive, back of the hand to arrive on the floor. Gaze towards the right side and just allow some softness here. Breathing deep into this stretch. Take a full breath. Exhale to empty, to soften. Inhale, slowly coming back round. So bringing the head round first. Tap into your strength through the tummy, bringing the knees back, wrapping the hands round, giving them a squeeze, and then bringing your hands to the back of the thighs. Just briefly send the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Got really tight hamstrings today, so this feels quite intense for me actually. But just allow yourself to settle in here. Just find your back on the floor. Find the print that your back is making. But only here briefly, you can get some movement in the heels. This is a really nice pose to do up against the wall, to rest your feet against the wall. It's great to just have that calm and ease. Really nice one to do before you go to bed, just to settle down. And then exhale, release the feet down to the floor. You're going to roll over onto left or right side and then come all the way up into a comfortable seat. So just arrive here. If you need a bit of padding underneath the knees, then you can put some cushions there. You can make it a little bit more comfortable here. Okay, so from here, we're just going to get a little bit of flow into the body here. But as we arrive here, quite often we'll have a little bit of softness through the spine, which is great. But we just want this little bit of awareness here. So sitting up a little bit taller, it's like somebody's just gently moving your shoulders back. So we're not forcing anything, it's just that length, but with that ease. As you can see, my legs are just simply crossed, but if you want to take half lotus or anything like that, if it's in your practice, then do. Exhale fully. Hands come down to the mat. Inhale, reach your hands up, all the way up above, palms come to touch. Exhale, hands come down through center, dropping chin to chest. Inhale, palms reach all the way up, gaze up towards the thumbs. Exhale, hands come all the way back down to the mat. Inhale again, reaching hands up. Exhale, palms touch, hands come down to the chest, Anjali Mudra, dropping chin towards the thumbs, chin to chest. Inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. This time you can really drop the chin in towards the chest. Feel that stretch as you're pushing away, reaching with those hands. Inhale, last time, reaching up. Exhale, hands down through the heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Drop the chin to the chest. Really reach with those hands so you've got this awareness through the arms, active arms. Chin comes to the chest. And then roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Back through center. Dropping chin to chest, roll your left ear to the left shoulder. Notice how that feels in the arms. Chin to chest, right shoulder. Back through center, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. This time I want you to hover the hands and flip the hands up towards the ceiling. Dropping chin towards the chest, roll right shoulder or right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, everything comes through center, release the hands down. Inhale, hands come left to right, lifting the head. Look up towards the hands. Exhale, right hand comes down to left knee, left hand comes behind you. Inhale, open up through the chest. So I'm just going to show you from this position. You're going to open up through the chest, first of all. So find that length here, this stretch across the chest. And then bring your head back round to face the front. And then from here, you're just going to drop the chin to the chest here. Should start to feel a stretch all the way down the left side of the neck. Pause here, take a breath or two. Inhale, head back up to center. Exhale, coming back into this twist. And then release, come back through center. We're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to inhale, reach the hands up, take that length. And then left hand comes to right knee, right hand comes behind. Again, use the position of the hands to roll the chest open, bringing that right shoulder back, opening up through the chest. Find that length here first, keeping the arms where they are, this position with the body, and then turn the head back to center. Dropping chin to chest. Feeling that there. Just allow you to notice how this feels. Taking a full breath. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, coming back into this twist. And then release, coming back through center. Okay, so from here, just one last thing. I want you to give yourself a hug. So we can't hug each other at the moment. So this is like our virtual hug. I want you to reach with your arms and then wrap your arms around yourself. Inhale, take this length. Exhale, just allow your twist to go to the left side. So the hips are rooted. You're rooted down through the pelvis. Just go as far as possible. And then inhale, come back, open the arms. And then change the arms. So the other arm goes on top this time. Give yourself a hug, and on an exhale, twist towards the other side. Inhale, come back through center. Open up through the arms. Exhale, release the hands. Okay, from here, we're going to make our way over onto all fours. So just briefly coming down onto the mat. Reposition yourself. You need to adjust your clothes. Excuse me. Then do. And we're just going to come into our all fours tabletop position. But as it's the evening, okay, feel free to take up a bit more space so we can have a bit more room in the body just to allow ourselves to move a bit more fluidity and ease. Notice the top of the feet. You can have awareness through the feet, but like our morning practice, quite often we'll push through the feet and it's quite strong. I want you to have some real ease and softness here. So we're going to inhale, drop the tummy down towards the floor, gazing towards the front of your mat. Go through our cat and cow pose. Exhale, rounding through. Chin comes in towards the chest, really pushing away from the floor, coming into our cat pose. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Keep that going. 3 more times. Inhaling into our cow pose. Exhaling into cat. Move with your breath. If you find some organic movement here that you would like to do, then feel free. Excuse me. And then when you finish, gently coming back through center. Keeping this space, okay, so if you didn't necessarily take some more space just now, allow your hands to come as wide as your mat. Okay, knees are a little bit wider here. We're going to plant the left hand. I want you to gently reach out to the side with your right hand, and then exhale, right hand's going to thread all the way underneath. Imagine you're trying to reach something with that hand, hips remaining high, you're reaching, and then inhale, open up again. Right arm comes out to the side, open twist, exhale, threading the needle. One more, inhale, exhale. Inhale again, opening up through that right arm, and then exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. Push away, find your foundation again. You can roll through the wrists if you need to. And we're going to go over to the other side. So inhale, left hand comes up now. Take up that space, really pushing away. Exhale, just allow yourself to roll through. Left hand reaches underneath right, hips are high. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, threading the needle. Soft bend in that right elbow. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, threading through. Inhale, just reach one more time with that hand, and then bring in left hand down to the floor. So I'm gonna move, stay where you are. Remaining in this position, I want you to reach your right foot out to the side now. So your right foot is just gently coming out. Your body is still in this sort of tabletop position as the right leg reaches out. You're then going to inhale, open up through this right arm. So just take this stretch, and we're going to repeat what we just did, but with the right leg out to the side. So on your next exhale, this right hand comes down underneath, hips remain high, and you should get a really nice stretch in the inner thigh to the groin there. Inhale, reaching up again. Exhale to thread through. One more of these. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Inhale, full expression here. Open up through. Exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. Bringing the right knee in, just shifting the hips back briefly. Take a little stretch here. Then inhale back up to center. From here, send that left leg out now. So just see if you can roll the foot so you can sort of plant the sole of that left foot. If that's too much, you can just be on the edge of the foot. Okay, so listen to your body. Navel draws in, gazing down between the hands. Take up space here. Inhale, left arm comes up now. Maybe when the left arm comes up, that left foot starts to roll out a little bit more, taking that length. Exhale, threading through. Inhale to reach. Exhale, threading through. Inhale, reach. Exhale to thread. Last time, just reach that left hand up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, left hand comes down to the earth. Come back into a child's pose. So big toes to touch this time, knees as wide as the mat, and then just shifting back. Again, if child's pose isn't comfortable for you, you can keep the the hips high, walk the hands forward, and just allow the head to come down to the floor. Just protect those knees a little bit instead of coming to sit back on the heels. So wherever you are, just take a couple of breaths there. Settle in, notice how you are feeling. Notice how just inviting that breath in with movement allows you to really connect to your body. Already with me starting a bit of a cold, I already feel like I have a little bit more energy and softness through the body. From here, we're just going to gently curl the toes under. So coming back up into all fours, planting the hands underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes under, and we're going to come into downward facing dog, but I want you to come to it and a real sense of softness and ease. So maybe this time you take your hands wide. Maybe your knees go a little bit wider too. You push the hands away from you, the heels go away from you, and then you gently lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Again, maybe you walk the feet as wide as your mat. Bend the knees as much as you need to, just to get that stretch and that ease through the lower back. Decide what you need here. Maybe you pedal the feet. Just getting some gentle movement in. Not here for long. Take a breath. Notice how this feels. Using that out breath to empty it out. Empty out any tension, any stress from the day. If there is any uncertainty that we're perhaps all feeling, just use this to come back to yourself, giving yourself thanks. From here, you're gently going to bend your knees and you're going to walk your hands back to your feet, coming to a forward fold at the back of your mat. Allow your knees, your legs to have some softness. Really allowing the head, the crown of the head, to almost like it's having that length. It's being stretched towards the floor. Take another breath. Hands come to the top of the feet. And you're slowly tucking that chin into the chest. You're going to start to roll all the way up. Chin is the last piece of the body to lift. And as the chin lifts, the shoulders roll back, coming into our mountain pose, our strong mountain pose. Palms facing forward, close your eyes. Take a breath here, notice how you are feeling. Breathing in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. 2 more, breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Okay, you can stay where you are. I'm just going to move different position on the mat. From here, we're just going to come into a balancing pose. So just allow yourself to have that awareness through your feet. For me, quite like to bring my feet together during this pose, just so everything is sort of stacked in line. If it's too much balance-wise to do that, just make sure the feet are underneath the hip bones, okay? So you have that length there and that stability. Okay, so from here, again, have that connection. Navel draws in. I want you to imagine as you breathe in, feel it. Feel this breath coming up through the soles of the feet, all the way up through the front of the body, traveling all the way up, and then as it reaches the crown of the head, like a waterfall, it cascades down the back, and the back of the body starts to ground, starts to have that root, that connection with the earth, this lightness through the front, and this groundedness through the back. From here, we're going to gently lift the heel of the left foot, so your weight will shift towards your right side. Have this length through this hip. So don't drop everything down here, having this length, this lift. You then can either stay here and just start to gently open that left knee out to the side. Okay, you can be here, you can have your hands on your hips, you can have your hands at your heart. If you want to take it a bit further, maybe you lift that foot and it rests on your shin. Maybe you can grab hold of the foot and bring it up to rest on the inner thigh. Wherever you are, find a focus, a drishti, we call it in yoga, something to focus on. You can have the hands at your heart or on your hip. Wherever you are, just have that gentle openness through this left knee. If you feel comfortable where you are, that you have that focus, you have that balance, you can start to lift up through the arms, growing your tree pose. Taking a full breath. Pinky fingers start to turn in, wrapping those shoulders round. Remember that lightness through the front of the body, groundedness through the back. Exhale, bring the hands down as the knee starts to come round to the front. And if you're able to, maybe just give that knee a little bit of a hug, squeeze in towards the chest, rotate that foot, and then release that foot down to the ground. Shaking off the right side. So however that went, it's fine. Just acknowledge it, okay? Left side, right side, it can be really different. Okay, so wherever it was to fail, if you fell, then have a little bit of humour, okay? It's all good. Bringing the feet back together or hip width apart. Take a breath here first, so breathing in through the front of the body, relaxing down through the back of the body. Start to lift the heel of the right foot, coming onto the toes of that right foot. Again, notice if you've dropped everything through this left side, have a little bit of lift here. Softness through that left knee, so we don't want to lock the left knee, but we also want to have this awareness through this left side of the body. Maybe then you start to peel this right foot up. Maybe you bring it to the calf, to the shin. Maybe you grab hold of that foot and you lift it up towards the inner thigh. Open up through the chest. Find that focus, that drishti. Allow that right knee to open up. Wherever you are, find that focus and breathe. If we hold the breath, it doesn't allow us to take the full expression of this posture, and it also makes it a little bit harder. So just notice how you feel. If you can feel a little wobble, then just go with it. It's the body adjusting. We're using our muscles. Navel draws in. Maybe you grow the branches of your tree. Take another breath. Exhale, release the hands. Right knee comes in. Perhaps you hug that right knee in towards the chest. Rotate through the foot one way and the other. And then release that foot down to the earth. Just pause without doing anything. Take a breath. Notice how that feels. And then if you're at the front of your mat, for me, at the front of my mat, I'll need to step my left foot back. And then I'm going to turn so I'm in the wide position on my mat. So wherever you are, just so that you are on the length of your mat, facing out towards the long side. Bringing your hands to your hips. Elbows start to draw back, so you open up through your chest. Turn your toes in just a little bit. Okay, so we don't want to be too pigeon-toed here. We just want them, big toes turned in just slightly. Inhale. On an exhale, have soft knees as we start to lead with the heart center, going all the way down towards the floor. If you really start to feel that pull in the back of the legs, just have real soft knees here. Pausing halfway, a little bit of movement, and then maybe you can exhale, bring the hands down towards the floor. If they don't come towards the floor, they don't touch, you can keep the hands at your hips, then just relax your head down. Inhale here, and exhale. So these wide-legged forward folds, or forward folds in general, are a really nice way to calm the mind, to ease the mind and the body. Take another breath. Your right hand now is going to reach over either to the outside of your left knee or the outside of your left shin, or maybe you can reach down towards the outside of your left ankle. From here, soft knees, your right arm is going to start to reach up towards the ceiling on that inhale. Dropping this right shoulder away from the right ear. And then exhale, soften, release both. Maybe the hands come to the hips, maybe your fingertips are on the floor. Start to bring your left hand now, either again on the outside of the right leg, wherever you can reach. Inhale, reaching the right arm up. Making sure that you're sending the hips back slightly. So quite often we'll lean forward, just send them back so you can lift the toes if need be, just to check where that balance is. Exhale, bringing the hands back down. Take another breath in this pose. Just notice how you feel. Not great doing this if you have a cold. Okay. And then from here, you're going to inhale, bring your hands back to your hips, rolling up halfway, pause, exhale, inhale, roll all the way back up and just pause at the top. Notice how that feels. You can get that rush of energy here. Then from here, we're slowly going to turn the heels in, toes out, excuse me, I need to just blow my nose. Okay, so we're going to come into a wide-legged stand now. So we're switching the feet, toes are out, heels are in. Again, open up through the chest, find that connection with the ground. You're at home, so you really want to sigh that out, breath out, do. It's a really good stress releaser. Allows that breath to fully empty from the body. So we're going to have soft legs, toes facing off at an angle. You're going to bring your arms up into this sort of cactus shape. Naturally, our elbows come back and our hands come forward. What I want you to do is just see if you can bring the hands back slightly. So the elbows come forward and the hands come back, just so that they're level, just has that connection through the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, just start to bend through your knees. We're not coming too low this evening, so just a slight bend. Okay, take it here. Allowing the knees to trace the feet. Full breath, goddess pose. So we're strong. This can be quite a vulnerable pose. We're quite open through the front of the body. This is really powerful. And we're all strong. We all have this strength to get us through today, through tomorrow, through the weeks ahead. Taking another breath here, allowing those knees to open up out towards the outside edge of the feet. Navel draws in. On your next exhale, maybe just sink just a little bit lower. And inhale, reaching back up. Reaching through the hands. Wiggle the hands. And then exhale, release the hands down by your side. Walk the feet into each other. Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands come left to right. Take up length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands trace to either the shins or the thighs. And just notice, so quite often I push back here. I want you to push your shins into your hands. Or push those thighs into your hands. So you have a little bit of resistance here. And then exhale, soften. Soften everything. Crown of the head comes down towards the floor. Plant the hands. Step one foot back. Step the other foot back. Coming into kneeling plank. And I want you to come onto the top of the feet and shift back briefly into our variation of child's pose. Inhale forwards. Lifting the feet so you're on your knees, coming again into this kneeling plank pose. Elbows draw in. Exhale, lower down to the ground. So chin and chest comes down, then you send the feet away from you, landing pelvis onto the floor. Come onto the top of the feet. Inhale, rolling up into cobra. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, pushing back up onto knees. Exhale into our child's pose. Take a breath. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Chin and chest Send the feet behind you. Inhale into cobra. Exhale back down. Inhale, pushing up and away from you, coming back into this child's pose. Inhale again, coming forward into our plank. Exhale, chin and chest come down to the floor, and then send the feet away, roll the shoulders back, cobra. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, pushing up all the way back into child's pose. Take the knees wide, big toes to touch, and allow your forehead to come to the ground. Allow your elbows now to go left to right, bringing the hands to rest just in front of the head. So you're relaxing through the shoulders. And here, we're just going to take a couple of breaths. Breathing deep. And notice how you feel. And then we're gently going to come back up. Coming back up to this all fours position, I now want you to step your right foot up in between your hands. So your right foot comes up, and your hands just come to frame this foot. Just get a little bit of movement in here, just noticing how you feel in the hips, okay? And then plant that right foot. We're going to inhale, just come up into a low crescent. And then this left hand, just see if you can reach it back to rest on your left thigh. So you're just reaching up, gaze up towards your right hand. Just taking a little bit of a back bend. It might be that your left hand is on your hip, just opening up through. So this is a bit like our reverse warrior pose, our peaceful warrior, but we're doing it kneeling. Exhale, soften. Inhale, reach the left hand up. And maybe you can reach this right hand back now towards this left thigh. So you're rolling the shoulder back, opening up to the other side. So just coming into a bit of a twist. This isn't available. You can put your hand on your right hip, just roll your shoulder back. Taking another breath here. Wherever you are, inhale, take the arms back up. Exhale, bring your hands, both of your hands on the inside of your right foot. So they're inside of the right foot. You're then going to walk your right foot out a little bit and turn your toes off the mat. What you need to be careful of is that you don't have your foot too close to you, okay? But you also don't have it too far. So if anything, you want your hands or your the palm of your hands even sort of in line with your heel of your foot. You're then going to open the right knee out towards the side, but you're taking your foot with you, okay? So we don't keep this foot planted, we allow it to roll open. Then maybe you lift up and you can just start to roll this right hip, right shoulder open. I'm just going to do it this way round, so just in case you can't see. So from here, maybe you start to roll this right hip open. Just listen to this hip. Listen to what feels okay. If that's too much, bring it back and just be here and get some movement in here. If you're able to, maybe you start to open up and just take a gentle twist here. So there's just a slight movement in here through the groin, just opening up through that rotation in the hip. Take another breath, relax through the head. And then slowly rolling it back. From here, framing this foot now. Right hand comes to the outside. Inhale, lifting left arm up. Exhale, left hand comes down. And step the right knee back. Coming back into our kneeling pose. You can shift back briefly. Just get a bit of movement into those hips, moving the hips left to right. And then from here, we're going to step the left foot up. Again, just notice how that feels. As we then inhale, coming up into our low crescent. Take a breath. Keeping left hand up, maybe the right hand just comes to rest on the right thigh and start to lift that left arm up. You can even drop here into the pelvis, into the hips. So you've got this little bit of a back bend here, keeping the gaze up towards the hand. or out to the right side. It's entirely up to you. Open up through that right shoulder. Inhale, coming up, lifting up, right hand comes up. Exhale, maybe the left hand can come all the way across to the right side, and you can start to open up this side. So just decide what works for you. If that's too much, come to here, just take a stretch. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, hands come down on the inside of this left foot. Walk this left foot out. Get a bit more space. You can even turn the toes off your mat. And then lifting the left arm. Come into this position, and then maybe you can roll that left leg open. Allow this right leg to roll as well if need be. Okay, so you're just taking some movement here. Open up through this chest. Notice how this is. Navel draws in. If you want to, you can take that left arm up. Maybe you keep it here. Maybe you're here and you're just getting some movement into the hip, into the groin area, into that inner thigh. So you decide where you are. Take one more breath. Exhale, coming back through, framing that left foot, planting the right hand. Inhale, lifting left arm up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Sending left knee back. Exhale into our child's pose. So take a breath here. Full breath. And then slowly coming up. Shifting the legs around to one side. Excuse me. And then coming to sit on your mat with your feet stretched out in front of you. So coming to our Dandasana, our stack pose. Bringing the hands down by your hips. Bringing your toes towards your face. Navel draws in. I want you to imagine that you're really pushing, or you do start to push through the hands, through your legs. You have that awareness through the legs that your heels almost start to lift off the floor. This is strong. Pushing the hands down, inhale. Toes come towards the face. We're going to keep this here. Exhale here. Inhale again. Exhale. Inhale again. And on this exhale, you're going to soften. Soften everything. Bring the heels in just a little bit so your knees start to bend. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, just fold forward. So for some reason this isn't accessible for you, this doesn't feel great, you can bring your hands by your side and just drop your head here. Maybe you're able to reach your feet and drop your head in between your knees. Maybe you just wrap your hands around your knees and drop your head. Wherever you are, I want you to take 3 conscious breaths. Breathing in deep. Breathing out. And your next breath in, slowly rolling up. Bring your hands to the floor. Just shift your bottom forward slightly. Reaching your feet out in front of you. Point for your toes. Point for your fingers. Navel draws in. Inhale here. Exhale to start to come back. Inhale again. Exhale, coming back a little bit more. Inhale again. Exhale, coming back. Maybe you've already arrived on the floor. If not, inhale again. Exhale, lower everything. Reach the arms all the way up above your head. Take a full stretch, just like where we started. You can reach left feet and left hand away. So you're just getting that stretch in both sides of the body. And then exhale, I want you to bring both knees in towards the chest, just for one last little hug. Wrapping your hands around if that's accessible to you. Maybe just holding on to the knees. If you've got your arms wrapped around, maybe see if you can bring those towards the knee, rounding through. Exhale, release. Release the feet to the floor. This is where we're going to come down to our Shavasana pose, our relaxation. So if you are in a room where you feel like you need to get some more clothes on, then please feel free to go and grab a blanket, something so that you're comfortable and warm. If you're fine, then just arrive on your mat. I'll just give you a few moments just to get settled. I'm going to put another layer on, it's a little bit chilly in here now. So just arrive on your mat. Notice when you arrive here how you feel. So lying down, I am seated at the moment just to talk you through this. But get comfortable on the floor. If you need some pillows for your head, if you need something underneath your legs, underneath your knees, then just grab anything you can. We'll be here 5-10 minutes, so we might run over by 5 minutes. Hopefully that's okay for everybody. So just get yourself comfortable. And when you arrive, notice how you feel. Notice your body print on the ground. Just spend a moment to get comfortable. So I'm going to talk you through just a little mini sort of yoga nidra, yoga sleep. It is natural to sort of drift in and out with my voice, okay? That is natural, don't worry. But every now and then just listen back to my voice and hopefully it'll bring you back to you, to your breath. So just notice your breath, notice that natural rhythm to you. Settle in. And start to bring your awareness to the sounds that you can hear in the distance. You don't need to label them at all, just notice the sounds. Maybe you can just hear one thing, maybe there's a couple of things that you move from one to the other, but just notice those sounds. And then start to bring your awareness to the sounds in the space that you're in. Maybe there's the ticking of a clock. Maybe it's your breath that you can hear. Start to notice those gentle sounds that are around you. And as you're in this space, I'd like you to start to visualize the space you're in with your eyes closed. So as you lie here with your eyes closed, imagine the walls of the room. Maybe the pictures on the walls. Maybe the texture, carpet. Just all the things that are around you. Using your imagination to just picture those things. And then bringing the awareness back to you, back to your breath. This is a perfect time to think of a sankalpa. Sankalpa means a resolution or a statement to yourself. Normally it starts with I am, so I am strong and grateful, or I am at peace, something that resonates with you. Okay, it could just be something that comes into your head. And I want you to repeat that to yourself 3 times. You can do it verbally or you can do it mentally with faith. Repeat it 3 times to yourself. And now I'm going to take you on a little journey through your body. Okay. So I will mention different parts of the body and I want you to send your awareness to those parts as we move through. We move through quite quick. So just allowing yourself to move through with the breath. And we'll be starting on the right side. So the right fingers, the right hand, the right wrist, the right elbow, the right shoulder, whole of the right arm, the right leg, the right side of the body, traveling all the way down to the right knee, the right calf, the right ankle, the right foot, the right toes, the right side of the body. To the left fingers, the left hand, the left wrist, the left elbow, the left shoulder, the whole of the left arm relaxes. The left side of the body through the chest and the tummy, through to the left leg, the left knee, the left ankle, the left foot, the left toes, the whole of the left side relaxed. Coming to the back of the body, feeling the connection of the back of the body on the floor. So the heels, the calves, the buttocks, the hips, perhaps the lower back, softening, the middle of the back, the upper back, the back of the neck, into the back of the head, and coming through the front side of the body, through the crown of the head, through the face, through the jaw, through the throat, through the chest, through the ribs, through the tummy, through the hips, the waist, through the front of the thighs, front of the knees, the shins, the top of the feet. The whole body relaxed. The whole body relaxed. The whole body relaxed. Bring your awareness back to your breath. That natural ebb and flow as you breathe in and out through your nostrils. Noticing the temperature of the air as you breathe in, the coolness, and the warmth of the air as you breathe out. Noticing the sounds that you can hear in your room, around you. Noticing the sounds you can hear in the distance. Slowly taking you away from inside, back into the outside world. Taking a breath in, taking a breath out. Start to get some gentle movement in through the body. Gently wiggling your fingertips and your toes. Either taking a full stretch, and feel free to stay here if you want to, you don't have to move. But if you are ready to finish your practice, then gently bringing the knees so the feet come to the floor, the knees are bent, and rolling over onto your right side, and coming up into a comfortable seat. As you slowly arrive here, maybe your eyes are still closed. And then placing those hands over your eyes. Sitting up nice and tall. Opening your eyes into your hands. Gently moving your hands away. Gazing at your hands in front of your face. Taking note of the lines on your hands. Slowly bringing your palms together. Bringing your hands to rest against your heart. From me to you, thank you for coming to share your yoga practice with me and allowing me to guide you. Always having kind and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth for kind and loving words. To the third eye, to the forehead, kind and loving thoughts to yourself, to those around you, and the rest of the world. Namaste. We'll give everybody just a few moments.